Hi, it's Jake here from Voice Enthusiast. This video is going to be different because I will not listen to any of Dimash songs. I will not react to any of those beautiful videos. I will try to share with you my thoughts on Dimash and on qualities I think that are very unique for him, on qualities that are making him somebody special, somebody you can say out of this world, because there wasn't such talent. I cannot recall any talent as big as he is. Because let's start with the first one. I think you have to start with enormous range, vocal range, because his vocal range is unbelievable. He sings the notes that are available for bass baritones, not the bass ones, but the bass baritones. And then he goes as high as coloratura soprano. So I guess it's like six octaves, something like this, and you just can't tell which octave of his voice is worst, because each one sounds unique, each one sounds very easy, very even, and also he goes from the very bottom of his voice to the very top without any noticeable break in the voice. I think it's amazing that one man can do all those different areas of voice, because there is the guy who did the world record on highest note. He can sing high, he can sing very high, and there are also guys that sing very low, but I haven't seen anybody who is like a mixture of all of those two different voices. And also there are the like a tenor voice, baritone, alto, mezzo. He has them all, and also you can say those countertenor sectors. And so I think that the biggest quality of Dimash is the vocal range, because he is master of going from each place in voice to totally different one. I don't know, like 2 octaves higher or 3 octaves higher, without any doubt, without any loss in quality. Yeah, so I gotta say that the biggest quality is the huge vocal range, unbelievable vocal range. There is Mariah Carey who sings with an enormous vocal range, but he sings higher and he sings lower. There is Axl Rose who sings lowish and very high, but he sings higher and lower. If you know anybody who has bigger range than Dimash Kudaibergen, please write me down in comments. I'm so curious if anybody exists with such abilities. The second quality, I think, is the dynamic range, because you can hear that he is able to sing such pianos, such pianissimos. He can sing so quietly, and with such a small work on his vocal cords, on his breath, that he can make those tiny structures, those tiny adductions, and make them vibrate on such various notes. And then he does extreme forte with the same effortless manner. And he just does it. He can do it like one note piano and then another one forte. It's amazing how he works with his vocal cords, with his breath, with his support, and you just can't tell that it's making him tired. You can feel that he's giving you everything, but you don't hear that he's damaging anything inside his voice. Especially in those powerful high notes, because usually when you sing on the low breath, you can't damage anything because there isn't enough tension to damage anything. But when you sing very high, very powerful, you can do a lot of bad things to your voice. But he does not. He does it beautifully, and it's just stunning how he is using his voice. I am doing a certificate right now in Switzerland from Martin de Haas breathing coordination, and we learned there about how the breath support works. And when I practice those things, and then when I listen to Dimash, I can hear that he is just perfect. He's a perfect example of how you can use your breath with low effort and a lot of results and a lot of effect, because he's master, I think, of efficiency. Yeah, he sings very efficient because he is not getting tired. I've read in the comments that you wrote that he is studying how to take care of your voice, and I think he is also proving that he knows how to do it. And I think the third one is his emotional range, because in each song you can hear that it is not just singing notes, it is not just showing off his beautiful vocal range, his dynamics, and all the technical stuff he knows how to do and how to show to people. You can hear that he takes every song, knows what is it about, and he can deliver the message in this song and also add additional message from his heart, that it's making a synergy, yeah, it's making something new, something special, that is creating a new value to this song. And I think that his emotional range is not lesser than his vocal range or dynamic range. It's also very, very big, stretched. I like how he can again deliver the message he wants to deliver with such a light sound, and also when the voice grows, when the sound is bigger and bigger and bigger, and also the emotional capacity, the emotional burden, you can feel it that he has this burden on his back, that he wants to share a story with you. I I am quite sure he's one of the best because he always shares a story. He always has something to add to this story. And when he does a cover of a song, he always does it in his own way with something special in it, with this magic touch of Dimash. Uh, yeah, I think it's a magic touch of Dimash Kudaibergen. Such a wonderful singer, and he's so young. Isn't it amazing that he's so young and he already does such amazing things with his voice, with his body, with his soul? Because again, you can talk about an instrument, which are the vocal cords, resonators, the breath support. It's an instrument. And this instrument is, I think, stretched to its limits, but who knows, maybe he can go even higher or even lower or even more quiet or even more loud. Who knows? I think the time will show. But this instrument would be empty, would be meaningless without this additional value of his emotions, of his heart in every note. I like that each note of his singing is filled with a thought, with an emotion, with a meaning. Yeah, it was hard to find three qualities because there are a lot more. What do you think about it? Can you please write down in comments if there are qualities that I should have thought of, that I should have said? Because for me, these are the three most amazing qualities in it that makes Dimash unique singer. But I'm so curious, what are your opinions, your thoughts about it? This one was different, wasn't it? If you liked it, please hit the like button, subscribe. There are more interesting stuff coming up. So see you on the next ones.